Hi, my name is Jason, and this is my vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. Good evening, folks. It is Friday at 8:15 on the 7th of February. I can't forget the date because it's my sister's birthday today. Happy birthday, Paula. And it's also my next door neighbour's birthday as well. Two birthdays on the same date. It was my brother-in-law's birthday 2 days ago. And it's my mum and other sister's birthday on the 4th of March, so it's going to be a bit mad. And we've also my nephew's girlfriend is also fiance is 21 on the 4th of March as well, so it's going to be a bit of a mad time. I had a very busy week, really busy. Excuse me, I'll just alter my chair a minute so I can sit properly. My back's playing me up. I think that's because my sister arrived from Stoke on Tuesday, and as you can see from the footage that was taken a couple of days ago. We've been very busy. Like I said, on Tuesday they arrived, and we've been budgie sitting. It's so nice. I would not do a video while they were here because you would not have heard me. All you could hear was budgie. Literally, they make a noise. But yeah, they came on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, we went out for a meal, all of us, to a place called the Squirrel, which I have to say has gone downhill really badly. We had to wait half an hour for food. Now, fair enough, I can understand that, but when you've got a guy who's on the carvery and he's cutting meat about one slice every 2 minutes, you can understand why there was a bit of a delay. Anyway, by the time they got the food, some of it was cold, some of it was crozzled and not edible properly. Some of it was hard, and oh no, I ended up having, me and Deb, we played it safe. We had a burger and chips off the menu, because I wasn't really in the mood for the carvery. But ours was fine. Ours was absolutely fine, apart from we had to wait half an hour for ours. Anyway, we had that lovely meal. Then on Tuesday evening, obviously we didn't do a lot because we were absolutely shattered. We had a couple of bevies. Me and Steve had a couple of Southern Comforts. I introduced him to Southern Comfort and Coke, actually, because he'd never had it, and he loves it now. It's now one of his drinks. And then Wednesday, what did we do Wednesday? Yeah, yesterday, not Wednesday, sorry, Thursday. I'm losing my days. Yesterday we went Cleveley's, which is where I did that video that you've just seen. Well, you're about to see. I'll put it on at the end, not at the beginning. And yeah, I managed to pick up a few items, and I'm about to show you, actually. I did a charity shop book haul. Now, if I go in a charity shop, I don't mind paying £1 for a book, right? Because it's a charity shop, and obviously any money's enough. But the one thing I'm getting fed up of doing is going in charity shops and finding items that cost more than what you're willing to pay for. And what I mean by that is, I do a lot of jigsaws, right? And I'm quite willing to pay about £10 for a jigsaw, a decent jigsaw. But when you buy them in a charity shop and they are £5 second hand, and you don't even know if all the pieces are there, I think that's going a bit far, because surely if they've been given these jigsaws, any money that they make off them is a profit. Don't get me wrong, I don't expect them selling 10 pence or nothing like that, but £5 for a second-hand jigsaw. And I mean, a lot of them aren't like, decent jigsaws like what I'm doing. They're not like proper collectors or nothing. They're just like flowers or gardens, or a cottage with a garden or stuff like that, or boats. There's nothing brilliant about them, so I don't understand why they have to sell them £5. Anyway, I picked up 4 books, and I'm just going to show you what they are now when I just move so much across. The first thing I bought, now I haven't actually seen the series of this, but I've heard it's good. This one's for you, Mr. Ian Maddock, because you've told me this is good. It's the complete script, I'll load it up so the light isn't on it, of Father Ted. Now, I've not watched Father Ted. I've heard it's a very funny series, and I'm looking forward to watching it, and then I can do that. But I mean, again, look, you've got a really good book in decent condition. Valued it, oh blimey, what's it valued at? £15.99, and they were doing it for £1, and it's as good as new. There's nothing wrong with it. So, because I don't mind paying that. Now, this book, I'm a mad fan of Viz, as you know, and Viz, just before Christmas, they had a book out called Das Kapital. Yes, you heard me right. And what it basically is, it's a guy in there called Roger Melly, the man on the telly. He's basically a guy who's, how can I put it, verbally uneducated, shall we say. Every other word's a swear word. And this is basically the dictionary of bad language. Right? Now, when it came out, I know just before Christmas in the works, this was £10. It was £10 to buy. And again, There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Nothing wrong with it. And again, £1. See, this is charity shops for you. Now, everybody knows I'm mad on Liverpool Football Club. And to go into a charity shop and find a biography of a Liverpool footballer is a miracle. To find two is unbelievable. Now, the first one is a player from the 80s, who, if you're a modern Liverpool fan, you might not know him, but you'd know him from he used to be on Match of the Day, if I'm not mistaken. He used to be one of the pundits, and that's Alan Hansen. And the book's just called A Matter of Opinion. So that was the third thing. These are all £1 each, remember? These are all £1 each. And the last one is, I didn't even know this biography was out, actually, and I'm really looking forward to it, because it'll be interesting to see how he coped with the abuse that he used to get when he was younger playing football. And that's John Barnes. And again, it's an autobiography, so it's his words, not somebody who's written about him. So yeah, I did pretty well, and even though he says £1.50 on the book cover, they were selling them all £1 each. So I managed to get 4 really good books for £4. And you can't get that, can you? You know, you can't get that. The other thing I bought this week is I'm not mad exactly. I like 60s music. Not all 60s music, don't get me wrong, some of it was pants. But there's a particular artist that you don't hear many songs from. Now, I was brought up on him, and I think he's fantastic. And to get an album that's come out of it, it's a triple album with all of his greatest hits on, which I knew 95% of the songs on this. I couldn't believe it, and I had to buy it because it's only £5. And it's that one. It's Gene Pitney Gold. Now, a lot of people don't know Gene Pitney, although obviously something's gotten hold of my heart with Mark Allman's on here, which obviously a lot of people know. But I know all these songs: 24 Hours from Tulsa, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, If I Didn't Have a Dime, Teardrop by Teardrop, Last Chance to Turn Around. These are fantastic songs. If you like your male singers from years ago, and you've never really listened to a proper Gene Pitney album, just listen to it. It's brilliant, it really is. I mean, I'm into 80s music, so for me to actually like an artist from the 50s and 60s enough to buy a triple CD is a miracle in itself. You know, I mean, I picked that up off Amazon for a £5. Now, I've also managed to get my bass unit, and I'm not going to do a picture of it now. When I get it, I'm going to do a little bit of footage of it so you can see it and what it looks like. It's absolutely amazing. I've run it past my very, very good friend, Mr. Ian Maddock, who is an expert on computers. He's up there, you know, me and him, like I say, there isn't much we don't know about computers, and he said it's the business, so that's good. Excuse me, I'm just having a Southern Comfort and Coke. You know, and he likes the bass unit. He thinks it's good, so I'm looking forward to unboxing that. It should be here next Wednesday, and depending on what happens, I might not do a video before next Wednesday, because it just depends if anything happens. Because I'm gone from doing videos which were just a bit boring and pointless and just 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, to leaving it till about a week's up and then doing a 20-minute job, you know, 15-20 minutes, and I find that a lot better. Now today, that was last night, and once my sister and her husband went to Lytham St Anne's to have let me get this right, it was something she bought for his Christmas present a couple of years ago, and it was a afternoon tea at the Linda Motel in St Anne's, and they went and they had a fantastic time. We just basically chilled out. I had a kip in the afternoon, I was shattered. I had another slip today in the afternoon, again I was shattered, because today we went to Fleetwood. Now, anybody who's ever been Fleetwood would know that it used to be a thriving town. There used to be quite a lot going for it, and now it's dead. It really is dead. The high street is about 20 shops, of which 3 of them are charity shops. It's not very good at all, the high street isn't. There's so many buildings that are empty, you know, just standing there, and it's a shame really, because it was a real thriving street. The Fleetwood main thoroughfare was. It was very, very busy. It had a lot of really good shops on there. It had one called, I think it was 2021 or something it was called, and it had all loads of household stuff and pictures and all sorts of stuff, and it was brilliant, and that went and has never been replaced. The building's still empty. Store 21, that's what it was called, Store 21. Anyway, we ended up going to the Thomas Drummond for a meal. Now, this is the difference in that meal. Me, Deb, Steve and Mandy all had a meal and a drink, and for 4 of us it come to under £27 for 4 of us. Now, bear in mind, when I have a burger, I have a burger, and I had something called the Empire State Burger, which is 2 burgers and all the trimmings. Steve, he had the fish and chips and everything. Mandy, she had a chicken burger, and Deb had a jacket potato with salad. Now bear in mind, I had a pint of mine, a pint of Abertail, and the other three had pints of lemonade and Diet Coke. Now all that lot together came to £27, right? When we ate in the Squirrel and had the problems, 4 of us then came to £37. So if you're thinking of going for a meal, give the Wetherspoons a go. And the beauty of it is, with me being disabled, this is really useful. The app that we downloaded, we've used it a couple of times. We tried it again today in the Wetherspoons in the Thomas Drummond. Bang, done. Sorted it out, ordered, paid for the food. The drinks were brought to your table, the food was brought to your table, you didn't have to get out your seat. So for people, because I know there are a lot of people who are like me, disabled, and have got a bit of a stigma of going up and spilling things or trying to carry drinks or wanting to feel useful, it's a godsend, because I don't need to sit there and somebody go up and get the drinks or somebody go up and get the food and me sit there like a spare one. I can actually get involved because I will do the ordering on the app on my phone, and I will sort out all the payment, because that makes me feel good, you see. It makes me think, right, I've done something, that's useful. So yeah, the Wetherspoons app is fantastic, and the food is absolutely extraordinary. I've never had a bad meal in the Wetherspoons in Wetherspoons at all. Never. It's that good a place. Yeah, so like I said, I came back about 3:15. My sister left to go back to Stoke because they only came up for 4 days. They've been staying at the Norbrek, and they went back home. And then I had a sleep because I was absolutely dead on my feet. I only had an hour and a half, but it was worth it, and that brought me up to 6 o'clock. And then I've just done some more surveys and had a look through the stuff which I bought, my books, which I'm over the moon with. And other than that, it's a chill out. One thing I have done this week, which I've not done before, I've joined a thing called the Only Fools and Horses Appreciation Society, which is fantastic, and I get involved every day because they ask you for quotes from different people and what your favourite this is, what your favourite that is, and everything, and it's brilliant. It's a fantastic site, and nobody at the moment anyway is causing any trouble, but I think there will be some soon. I've got a feeling there will be some soon, because it only takes one person to put something that isn't right and people jump down the throat, and I think that's a bit unfair. Because I remember a few years ago, me and Deb went to the light switch on, and Erasure were doing a concert switch, you know, part of the switch on thing. Now I couldn't see because from where I was standing right the way back, but I could hear them, and it sounded like Vince Clarke and Andrew Bell. So when I came back, I said the boys were in really good form, you know, the music was fantastic, the singing from Andy Bell was great, Vince Clarke was fantastic. What I didn't realise is Vince Clarke wasn't on the keyboards. They'd replaced him with somebody else because I think his wife was expecting or something, or he was at her bedside or something because she was having a baby. Anyway, he wasn't there, but I didn't know that. Now all I did was came back, I put that quote on the internet, you know, said, oh fantastic, the boys were in good form. All I got was, you bloody idiot, they weren't even there, there wasn't no Vince Clarke, there was only Andrew Bell. And I was like, wow, calm down, I got it wrong, I couldn't see from where I was at the back of the crowd. Nobody told me that Vince Clarke wasn't going to be there. So I know exactly how people react to stuff on the internet, and it's a bit stupid really, because we all make mistakes. All he got to do was say to me, I don't know whether you realise, but Vince Clarke wasn't there. But no, he called me every name under the sun. Bloody pretending you're a fan when you're not. You don't even know Vince Clarke. I'm like, calm down. Calm down. But too many people these days, don't you think they overreact to things? Really simple things. Something just dead simple that's said in jest or something, and people come down on you like a ton of bricks. It was like that game I was playing, that King of Avalon. I was enjoying that game. I was really, really enjoying that game. But it got to the part where the person who was in charge of my clan was, I think he got Winston Churchill tendencies or something, because he was really horrible. He threw me out of the clan, and when I asked him why, he said, well, you were never here for this, you were never here for that, you were never here for this. I'm like, it's a game. You know, if you want to do war, join the bloody army or something. It's a game. Don't jump down my throat just because I can't be on the bloody phone 24 hours a day playing a game. I've got a life, you know, outside of gaming. Although I do love me gaming, you know. Yeah, the weekend, nothing. Nothing's happening this weekend, mate. We are having the entire weekend of doing bugger all. The good news is, see that table there, it's empty behind me now. That's going to have a jigsaw on tomorrow, because I can start doing my jigsaws again. I haven't done them while we've had people coming down, because it's so easy to lose pieces, they could knock the jigsaw, something could get spilled on it or whatever. But I have got about another 14 jigsaws left to do, and I will be doing one of them, starting it tomorrow, definitely. So yeah, stay tuned. I've got some more jigsaws coming up to show you, which I've done in the last week. And you all have a good time, and thank you for subscribing to me vlog, which is now up to 65 subscribers, which I'm over the moon with. And you all take care. I'll do another vlog soon. Bye for now. Folks, it's a bit of an unusual one today. I'm actually in Costa again, but this one is in Cleveley's. My sister and my brother-in-law have just brought us up for a couple of hours. I've managed to pick up some really cool books to go with my biography collection. I picked up John Barnes' biography, Alan Hansen's biography, but I've also picked up a Viz book called The Profanisaurus, which is 10 quid in the works, and I've just picked it up for £1 in a charity shop, and it looks as good as new. And I've also managed to get something to go with my comedy collection. Now, I've never watched the series, but I've heard it's good, and it's the complete scripts of the Father Ted. Now, I've never watched them. I never watched one episode of Father Ted, but I'm going to give it a bash. I'm going to add it to my comedy repertoire series and see what I think, because it seems to have the same kind of stupid sense of humour as me. Like I said, I mean, this is Cleveley's High Street. There you go, that's Cleveley's High Street at the moment. But yeah, we're just having a bit of a chill. And like I said, a nice walk around. We haven't been here for about 4 months, believe it or not. Even though it's only a couple of miles down the road, we haven't been here for about 4 months. But we've had a good look in the charity shops. Deb's picked up a couple of items, I've picked up a couple of items. But it's all going good. I'm missing doing my jigsaws, because at the moment, with us having family visiting almost every day, I've not done any jigsaws, you see, for a few days, in case people are wondering why. I hope to get another few done starting on Friday night, so you might have another one to look at on Saturday. I've now got 65 subscribers on my vlog, because I'm a member of something that we basically subscribe to each other's vlogs, because we're trying to support each other and get each other off the ground. I've had a lot of views on my vlog from last time, over nearly 30 views now, which is quite good for me. That's quite a good going, that is. And yeah, I've ordered my base unit. My base unit is coming. It should be here next Thursday. You remember me telling you I'd saved all my Amazon vouchers? Well, I've managed to pick up a brilliant gaming base unit for myself for £850, and I haven't had to put one penny to it, so that's fantastic. That'll be here next Thursday. I'll show the rig once it comes. I will actually do a bit of a vlog of it, so you can see the gaming PC I've managed to get for myself. And the reason I've got it is because I do a lot of gaming, and on my Xbox at the moment it's getting a bit harder to hold the controls. And with gaming on my PC, I can mainly use just the mouse and a few keys. So yeah, I'll just introduce you to my sister. That's my sister Mandy, who's come up, and husband Steve, who's in the queue at the moment with Deb. But yeah, it's they're coming up again next month, so I'll have some more footage to do then as well. We'll probably go a couple of places then. But that's it for now, and I'll do another vlog soon. Bye for now. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you very much. And if you like what you saw, you can subscribe by clicking there. And if you want to see what I did yesterday, you've just got to click up there. Bye for now.